Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. It's me, your girl Kay, and welcome back. So I'm just gonna jump right into the video, just right into the video. You guys have been messaging me on Instagram and commenting below as well. And from my Q&A that I posted last week, a lot of you guys want me to talk about my labor experience. It was a pretty fun one, man. I mean, it was yeah. So we're just gonna jump right into it. All right. So the day, actually, no. We're not even gonna start right there. So my water broke like 2 to 3 days beforehand, before I even went to the hospital, and I didn't know it. I was over Joe's house and I spent the night because his parents went out of town. And you know me, I'm pregnant. I didn't want to leave him by himself. So I was like, yeah, I'll just stay with you. Whatever. So I was like, yeah, I'll stay with you. Spent the night. We were just going to bed. And I was like, dude, I feel like I just peed. And me not freaking thinking to myself that my water broke. I don't know. And I feel like a lot of moms are sitting here listening to me like, girl, you ain't know? What you mean you ain't know? I did not know. Kid you not. So I just thought I peed myself. Because for everybody that's pregnant or has been pregnant, you know, you sometimes you might pee a little bit. So I was like, oh, okay, you know, whatever. Took a shower. It was fine. Whatever. So 2 days go on. I think it was 2. I don't even think it was 3. 2 days go on or whatever. And I woke up and I went back to my house and I woke up early in the morning and I went to sleep. It was 6:30 because I think Joe had to go to work crazy, super duper early. So I went home, went to sleep. I woke up that same morning, probably I got to my house probably 7:30, woke up at 9:30, 10. And I woke up, went to the bathroom again, felt like I peed myself. So I was like, what? And then went to the bathroom, blah, blah, blah. Was about to get back in bed. And as soon as I climbed up in my bed, I had a sharp pain, sharp pain. And I was like, oh my God, cannot, woo, Lord. So I was like, Mom, excuse me. And I was freaking out. I was like, it just hurts. That's all I told her. I said, it was just a deep cramp. And I was like, it just hurts. And she was like, oh my God. If y'all would have seen my mom's face, her reaction was, oh my God, it's time. This is the moment. It's happening right now. So she's like, okay, well, go upstairs, go get a nice shower, blah, blah. And it's crazy because right before I got in the shower, I realized I didn't take my 40-week picture. So I was like, dude, no, I gotta take it because I want to remember this moment. So I went to the bathroom, took my 40-week picture, took a shower, got out the shower, and then got dressed. And she was waiting for me. I had Elisa's bag packed probably the beginning of that month. I had my bag packed the same time. And my blanket, my pillow, everything. I had everything packed because I was I want this moment to happen. So I had it packed. We were all good, ready to go. So we get in the car. Granted, I wasn't having any more cramps during this time. I was it was just fine. Nothing was happening. So we get in the car and we're supposed to be going to the hospital. I feel if my mother watches this, she is gonna look back and she's gonna be in the comments that's not true. That didn't happen. Mom. We're supposed to be going to the hospital. And we wound up at the bank. So my mom is calling everybody. She called my auntie. You know them your older aunts, that's just your ace boom coon, oh yeah, that's auntie, blah, blah, blah. She was calling them, and she called my aunt Jeannie, and they talking about playing the lottery. My mom, we're sitting at the drive-through for the ATM at the bank, and my mom's getting money out so she can go play the lottery, so she can go play the day that I went into labor. And she talked to my auntie about going to play the lottery about the day I went into labor. Yes. So I know it's supposed to be uber important, and I'm sitting here. I think it took us like an hour and a half to get to the hospital. So my mom stopped. She was like, "You want something to drink? You want something to eat?" I'm like, "No." Keep in mind, this moment is very important. I did not eat, okay? Just remember that. We'll talk about it later on in the story. So we get to the hospital, and we didn't know where to go. Because, the hospital that I was going to, I normally go to this hospital, but the hospital that I was going to, it was really common sense. It was either, here's the OB, office, or here's the emergency room. So we go to the emergency room, obviously. We walk in there, and they're so she's in labor. And she was like, "Okay, that way, go straight, make a left, and then just keep going straight, you'll hit it." So we're like, okay. So we get there, and I know it's nurses' jobs, but it really pissed me off. They're like, "Okay, so what brings you in?" And I'm just looking like, "Girl, it's time. What do you mean, what brings you in? I'm ready." Bun in the oven is toasted. Let's go. So on top of being pissed off that we had to stop and play lottery tickets. So I'm like, bro, I didn't say anything, but everybody could kind of see I was already irritated. So she was like, "Okay, yeah, we'll get you guys in the room. We'll have the doctor that's here right now check you guys." Granted, my doctor, I just saw my doctor earlier that week. So I think I saw him on Monday, and we went in on Friday. So on Monday, he told me yeah, Saturday, Sunday, you'll be in labor. I'll be back by then, because he had to go out of town for a conference. So he was like, "Saturday, Sunday, I'll be back for you. You'll be good." Here we are, Friday afternoon, and they're calling my doctor, and he just got on the plane. So it was just so messed up. It was a weird situation. But he just got on his plane. I'm sitting there. The doctor comes in, and he's like, "Okay, well, I have to see how far dilated you are." And ladies, this is the worst pain you will ever experience, because he literally, I'm sorry, this is going to get so graphic. Love you, but motherhood, you feel me? So he literally took his hand, and he was not gentle at all. He was whoosh. And I'm like, dude, I'm crying. I'm like, oh my God, are you really doing this right now? And he warned me, but it wasn't yeah, so I'm just gonna, No, this man, I swear he had the biggest hands there ever could be. He was so rude. And he was actually the doctor that broke my water completely later. And I did not want any parts to do with him. I was so irritated with him. But he was so not gentle. And he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna keep you, blah, blah, blah. Excuse me, blah, blah, blah." And I'm calling Joseph. He's at work. So I'm calling Joseph "Hey, we're at Flower. You gotta come. Because in the car, I was texting him "Hey, we're heading to Flower. I don't know if they're admit me or not, because I know you have to be a certain certain millimeters dilated for them to admit you." I don't know why that was so hard for me to say, but so I was texting him "I'll wait until they give me the okay, so you don't have to leave work." So that was fine. And then he was like, "Yeah, we'll just admit you, blah, blah." So he admits me, I'm calling everybody that needs to be called, blase, blase. And here is where the story begins. So I had a room full of people. When I say that, I had Joseph, it was me, obviously, my mom, Joseph's mom, Joseph's parents. They were on their way back from out of town. So Joseph's parents were on their way back. Joseph's sister was still living in Chicago. My brother was living here. He was living here. All of Joseph's friends came. Granted, I'm pregnant, in labor, yes, in pain, having contractions, and all his friends are here. And they're like I said in the Q&A video, his friends are literally like, if you guys seen the movie Tag, like those are his friends. Like any group that you ever see, whether they're famous, they're your friend group, any group that roasts each other like all the time, that's their friend group. So imagine me laying in the bed, squeezing Joseph's hand so hard because I'm having the worst contractions, and having like 4 people that just make jokes all the time. It was so bad. It was so bad. I liked it, but it was bad. And then, because they hook you up to the machine, and Joseph was looking at the like contractions, because you see the contractions before they happen. And all I know is like one contraction, I was holding his hand, and he was looking at it, and he was just like, squeeze my hand, babe, squeeze my hand. And I was like, what? And then I was like, oh, like it was so bad. It was so bad. And ladies, I just wanted to tell y'all, everything that doctors say is a lie. Contractions do not feel like period cramps. No, honey. No. Don't ever. That's the worst. Don't ever. No. They do not feel like period cramps. They're the worst cramps that will ever happen. So we had his friends in there, and the doctor told me, because I, again, haven't ate. The doctor was like, because I was in so much pain, and the doctor was like, you got to eat first before we give you the epidural, because after that you won't be able to eat. So I was like, gosh, like, what do I want? And she was like, I would recommend you eat something that you don't mind throwing up. So I don't know why in my head I thought broccoli cheddar soup was like the perfect thing to get, because it wasn't. And FYI, if you do have to do this and you're starving, I would eat watermelon. Nobody told me that watermelon tastes just like water, like when you throw it up. So I was like, I need some broccoli cheddar soup. My mom and Joseph's mom went on a wild goose chase. They didn't even go on a wild goose chase. They went on a hunt to get me broccoli cheddar soup. And I was calling them like every 5 minutes. I was like, where are you guys at? Like, it's literally right around the corner. Why I'm starving? Like, why is my broccoli cheddar soup not here? It was so bad. It was so bad. I feel so bad for everybody that like had to come into my delivery room. It was just so bad. The lady, I remember when they admitted me, they had to put like the IV in my hand. She was like, yeah, we have to put it in your hand. I was like, why? Like, why? Because I have great veins. Like, see, you can even see it right here. I have great veins in my arm. I'm like, why not just put it in my arm? And she was like, no, like, it needs to be able to be somewhere that we can, like, it's easy access. So I was like, I feel like that's easy access, but okay. And I'm freaking out because I've never had an IV in my hand. So she did it once, messed up. Then, because I was freaking out too bad. Then the second time when she was going to do it, Joseph was like trying to calm me down, and she put it all the way in it. She had it all the way in my hand, but then I felt something. So I like flinched, and then it came out, and she was like, well, honey, it was in there. Like, you messed it up. And I was like, okay, my bad, chill out. So then they put it on my wrist, and I don't know why they just didn't do that anyway, because if I'm telling you I don't want it in my hand, why don't you find like an alternative solution to like the solution? So there was that. What else happened? So I got my broccoli cheddar soup and I didn't even want it. It was like, I was so nauseous. Got my broccoli cheddar soup and I was like, okay, I want this epidural. Like, I can't take it. I was 5 centimeters dilated. I was like, I can't take it. Like, no, I was in pain. And Joseph was going off on everybody in the room because I told Joseph, I said, when we go in here, I want to try and go natural as long as I can. I said, I really don't want an epidural because of so many side effects to epidural. And I was like, I really want to go natural as much as I can. I said, if I want the epidural, tell them no, I'm just in pain. So Joseph was cussing everybody in the room out. He was like, no, she told me this is what she wants. She does not want the epidural. She wants to go natural, blah, blah, blah. And everybody thought he was being an ass. And I was like, no, like, I really didn't say that. But right now I'm in pain. And then the nurses, I love the nurses, but they didn't help because I was like, no, like, I can't do it. I'm in pain. They were like, you know, like, you can give up. You can give in. You don't have to go natural. And I was like really trying to go natural because now I have the worst back problems of my life. But that's another day, another story. So I wouldn't say no one talked me out of it, but I wish people were more persistent like Joseph, because like now my back is completely horrible. But anywho, and my epidural like stopped working. It's people that tell me they didn't feel like anything when they were pushing, and me, I was in pain. Like, I was struggling when I was pushing. But there was that. I had that epidural. I was cool. Like, I was cool. I had the epidural, and that's just like, that is the most still I have been in my life, because I knew the side effects. Like, if I move, I ain't gonna be able to walk. So he was like, all right, sit up. And he was doing the epidural, and I remember just holding on to the pillow. So I was like this, and in my head I was like, Kayla, I was cussing myself. I said, bitch, don't you move. I was like, you would be paralyzed. And that's the only time I didn't feel not one contraction. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I was thinking about. All I know is I was as still as can be. I don't know what happened, bruh. But hey, I don't know. So the epidural, it made me so sleepy. Like, I went to sleep and I woke up and it was nighttime. And I'm like, bruh, what? So then, so when I woke up, it was like other people in there. And I was like, oh, okay, you know. And then I went back to sleep. Because, you know, like when you, just like at night when you wake up and you be like, oh, all right, everything cool. And then go back to sleep. That's how I was. So then I woke up again, and Joseph's mom was doing homework. She was trying to do her homework. I was like, Mama Smith, come here. I said, I'm so proud of you. Like, no, like, I'm really, really proud of you. I was telling everybody everything. My auntie came in there. This that funny aunt. I know everybody got one. This that funny aunt. My auntie came in there. I told her her breath stank. I really don't remember. Aunt Teresa, if you watching this, I really don't remember telling you that your breath stink. But everybody keep telling me I said that. So, hey, I probably did. I said something to my mom. I don't remember. I cussed Joseph out. Like, he was every name in the book. I'm so sorry. I cussed him up the wall, down the wall. We went up the hallway. Like, it was bad. Bad. What else? I feel like, I don't know, like, it was cool. Like, I went back to sleep, and then when I woke up, they were like, yeah, so your water is not all the way broken. I was like, what do you mean? So the doctor from earlier, that was like, big ass hand, yeah, he came in, and he's the one that that broke my water. Because I was like 7 millimeters dilated, 7 centimeters. I keep saying millimeters. 7 centimeters dilated. And he was like, yeah, your water's not broken all the way. So once we break your water, then we'll really be moving. So he was like, yeah, your water is not broken all the way. So he came in there, and I was like, I don't want him to do it. Like, I was so helping. I was like, no, like, he's not doing this. And the nurses, they were so sweet, bless their heart. She was like, all my nursing staff was amazing. They even wrote me like handwritten notes afterwards. It was so nice. She was like, I got you. She was like, okay, so you're gonna spread your legs a little bit, and then he's gonna, like, they were showing me everything. He's gonna stick this up there, and he's gonna like bust your water completely. And I was like, oh, I thought it was busted. She was like, nah. So he did that, and I was like, is he doing anything? Like what's going on? That's how numb I was to everything. I was like, are we gonna go? She was like, oh, honey, he's in there. Like, he's almost done. I was like, what? Like, what? So it was bad. It was so bad. Like, it was bad. So that happened, and then it was smooth sailing from there. After he broke my water, I was in the most pain ever. Like, it was like pain, high, pain. So he broke my water, and then I think like 2 hours after that, like, I pushed. So after that, like, we were just chilling. Like, I fell asleep again, I want to say. And then, like, everything was cool. Oh, no. I didn't fall asleep. No. I remember that. I was throwing up. Bad. That broccoli cheddar soup had to go. I don't know what it was, but Elise was not feeling that cheddar. She wasn't feeling the broccoli. I don't know what. But I had a team. Like, Joseph, I had braids. So, you know, like every mom, when they about to go into labor, they always get their hair done or do something to their hair that's like manageable for a couple months. So I got box braids. Worst decision ever. Because it was so many of them. Like, I was throwing up. I threw up in a couple of my braids. And, like, I remember when I threw up, I was like, oh, that's so gross. Like, this is how I know, like, I was approaching having to push because it just kept getting worse and worse. So, like, who was it? Joseph's mom was holding the bucket. I had somebody handing the bucket. She handed the bucket off to somebody, and they cleaned the bucket. And then somebody handed it back, and they gave it back to Joseph's mom. Somebody gave me, I had a wet rag. Somebody was holding the rag. And somebody, like, later on, somebody was holding my hair. So, like, I literally had a team. It was like, puke, hand off, wash, hand off, puke, hand, like, it was that. Because I was just like, I just was so nauseous towards it. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, I'm about to throw up. And I'll be like, bleh. And then I'll be like, okay. And I'd be like, nope. Bleh. Like, it was bad. Like, it was, now that I look back on it, it's funny because everything that happened was like, I definitely could have prevented happening. But it's just so funny. Like, when I had to push, my aunt was like, I said that I wanted my aunt, my mom, Joseph's mom, and Joe. Those are my four. So they were in there, and my aunt is a nurse. She has her own nursing agency and everything. So she was like, when the doctor comes in, that means like they got 20 minutes. So you got 20 minutes to push. That means baby is here. That means all you got to do is get her out. That's all you got to do. When the doctor come in, that means you done. I was like, oh, Jesus. So they're prepping me to push. And I'm like, okay. So I think Joe was up here, like at my shoulder. My mom and Joe's mom was like down, like by my legs. Oh. And I think my aunt was up here. I don't know. I think my aunt and my mom might have switched. But I don't know. I didn't care about my cooch at the time, apparently. But I didn't. I really didn't. But so they're like, okay, so you hold her legs, you hold her legs. Y'all should be supportive and help her and blah, blah, blah. And I'm pushing, but I wasn't pushing. So they were like, all right, push. And I was like, but I wasn't doing anything. My aunt, everybody around me was pushing for me. Like the nurse was like, no. She gotta push. Y'all can't push. She gotta push. So it was that. Then they gave me this oxygen like mask, and and I remember I was in between pushing. I didn't feel like the oxygen was doing anything for me. Maybe I wasn't breathing. I don't know. But Joe was like, here, take the oxygen. I said, forget that oxygen. Obviously, I said something else. But I was like, oh my God, like Caleb. And he was so hurt, and I felt so bad. I was like, I really cussed him out. I was like, forget that oxygen. And I was like, oh my God. So, Joe, if you're watching this yet again, I'm so sorry. You are so supportful. You are so supportive and amazing, and you're a great dad to this day. I'm sorry, but that happened, and then afterwards, I didn't cry. So, like I cried, but no tears were coming out. So I don't know if I was in shock, because like when I pushed her out, I was just like, like I even have it on video, and I was like, I can't cry. I don't know why, but I can't cry. So yeah, that happened. And then like I even told the dirt that break that bird. I told the nurses that I wanted to wait to cut the umbilical cord as long as possible so she can like still get all the nutrients and everything from my placenta. So I waited for that, and then they actually they hurried up to deliver my placenta. Like I don't even think Elise was like a minute out. Well, she was. Obviously, she was more. She was like 5 minutes out. And they were like, okay, let's get your placenta out. I was like, ugh. So, I didn't eat it. No, I was not one of those people. I did not eat it. I know it's a lot of nutrients in it, but I did not eat it. I didn't want to eat it. I didn't want to do anything with it, but put it wherever you put it after you're done. But yeah, we did the chest to chest, well, skin to skin. I breastfed in the hospital. And yeah, I mean, that's my delivery story. It was pretty comical. I might have left a couple things out, but it was a lot of cussing going on. But second time around, I definitely want to do probably like a home birth or like a water birth at home. I would rather have probably a midwife. Not that my doctors weren't amazing. I just want to do like a midwife and everything, just because I know the rates for Black women in the US like during birth isn't that high in hospitals, just because there are a lot of hospitals that don't want to help Black women, well, African American women, I'm sorry guys, help African Americans. So I think I would rather do a home birth, just because of I do not know where my journey will take me. So if I am somewhere that's not home and I'm not with my normal doctors, I just know I want to be in the best hands possible. And I know if I'm in the best hands possible, it'd be in my hands and in God's hands. So that is what it is. As you can see, I'm rocking my God is Dope. Like always, love this brand, love what they stand for. Just ordered a bunch of merch. They have some Mamba Mentality merch on there. 100% of the proceeds go to Mamba's foundation. So definitely you want to get on that. I highly support God is Dope, just because God is dope. And he's a big part of our lives. He's a big part of my life. And guys, I will be coming back for another video. Let me know what you guys want to see. If it was great, like and comment below. Share with your friends. Hit me up on Instagram. Hit me up on Snapchat, on Twitter, whatever it may be. I got you guys. Let me know what you guys want to see. A lot of you guys wanted to know like the full story without me talking about it in my Q&A. So I wanted to make sure I delivered that to you guys. So let me know. Hit me up. I'll be here every week. We got it. K Squad, K Gang, whatever we call it. Let's get it.